The protagonist wakes up on Christmas Eve.
Oh crap, I gotta turn off the music because of copyright reasons.
He rushes to the living room and shuffles through the radio stations.
Sweet silence. Oh, what's that? Josh Miller, young man gone missing on Christmas night. Stupid news channels always trying to ruin people's Christmas spirit.
He looks around his newly bought cabin and realizes,
I need some more Christmas spirit myself.
Luckily, it is one of the many things money can buy.
Probably should have bought this stuff weeks ago. There's no way they deliver on Christmas Eve. Whoa!
A delivery package is thrown at his door with such force it phases through. He grabs a wreath and places it on the wall.
Jeff's little elves, man. No wonder Amazon stock only goes up.
He continues putting up decorations in a hurry, eager to go back to sleep.
I love me a nice, fresh, thick wreath on the wall,
he says, as he places another reconstruction of a butchered spruce upon his wall.
I wonder what gifts Santa will bring me this year.
The protagonist has been a good boy this year. No criminal activity, no questionable business practices, no crypto rug pulls. A prime candidate for Santa's blessings.
This is nice. Some time off from the busy city life is exactly what I needed.
The tall task of putting up 6 pieces of Christmas decorations is done.
That was a solid evening's worth of work in my book.
He closes the bedroom door and turns off the light and heads to bed. The protagonist enjoys a quiet, peaceful night of sleep. But it is cut short.
What was that sound?
He looks around the room in panic, trying to find the source of the noise.
This is my property. You are not allowed to enter. It is against the law,
he yells at his window with a stern voice. The guitar alerts any potential intruders of his presence.
Is this what kids listen to these days? My God, we really are doomed. Who the hell was that?
He looks outside, wondering where the red-eyed man went.
Man, I wonder what that guy was on. His eyes were pretty bloodshot.
Amidst the bewilderment, he notices 2 unfamiliar presents under the tree.
From Santa? Oh boy!
The first present contains a cursed Santa hat, which he puts on immediately without question. He opens the second present, revealing a medkit.
A medkit? Is that it?
The lackluster gifts leave him feeling confused and disappointed, but his Christmas spirit remains strong.
Alright, I should find the crackhead and bring him in before he freezes to death.
The protagonist checks around the corner, even glancing at the roof, just in case.
Hey dude, where are you? It's cold out here.
No signs of the stranger around the house, and so he continues down the path into the woods.
I was supposed to snuggle with a warm, comfy blanket and binge watch some Markiplier, and instead I'm doing whatever the heck this is.
He arrives at a crossroad that splits into 3 paths. He looks at the sign and decides to head toward the camp first.
I hope I don't get ambushed by a bunch of hobos, cause I got nothing on me.
He approaches the camp but finds it empty. There is, however, a note.
Camp Weird Cold Josh. That's the guy's name, I guess. Hey Josh, you in there? Come on, I got floor heating in my bathroom.
The outhouse appears to be vacant.
The lost guy on TV was also named Josh. Must be a popular name around these parts.
The protagonist arrives back at the crossroad and heads toward the tower next.
Would be pretty funny if my cabin is being ransacked right now.
He investigates the base of the tower, finding various supplies and yet another note.
Creepy tower, blah blah blah, Josh. Is everyone here named Josh? Should I also change my name to Josh? Lost dog. Aw, poor fella. I can't quite make out its name, but I'm guessing it's probably Josh.
Concluding the search below the tower, he decides to climb the tower itself to get a better vantage point of the surrounding area.
Hello? Anyone out there? Whoa. That's pretty cool.
He jumps down 20 feet from the tower to save some time and continues his journey to find the lost stranger. The protagonist arrives back at the crossroad where he sees strange footprints in the snow leading into the forest.
If these belong to Josh, then his feet must be pretty messed up.
He continues down the path until he sees another yellow piece of paper.
I found a present next to my tent. It had a note that said open. I found a weird looking Santa hat. Santa Josh. Santa Josh? I thought it was Santa Claus. Or maybe they're cousins or something?
The weather is cold and unforgiving, sternly reminding the protagonist of his lack of garments on this ridiculous quest. The strange footprints lead deeper into the forest.
Come on, man, stop joshing around. I don't want to end up with 4 toes like you.
The red-eyed stranger eludes him once again, but the protagonist is not one to give up easily.
At least I know he's out here and not turning my cabin into a crack house.
He treads the snowy path, risking frostbite with each step, until he sees the footprints leading off the road.
I'm not actually sure how I'm gonna get this particular Josh to come with me, but that's a problem for a future me.
His keen eye notices something in the distance, prompting him to sprint full speed ahead when suddenly the weather turns for the worse. A dangerous winter storm.
Oh no, poor thing.
The protagonist takes the medkit and applies it on the reindeer. He blacks out for a few seconds and opens his eyes to see it fully healed.
Whoa, it worked. Hey, yo man, you good? You probably don't talk. Why would someone leave a sleigh full of presents in the middle of nowhere?
He circles the sleigh, contemplating taking a few presents as a reward for saving the reindeer.
Once you enter the sleigh, there is no turning back, Santa. Ah shit, I knew it, it's a trap.
The protagonist backs off from the sleigh and starts running back the way he came from.
This is it, this is how I die, half naked with a Santa hat in the middle of woods.
Large trees continue to fall on his path, seemingly by design, as if some larger force was trying to obstruct his way back home.
Whoever maintains this forest sucks at their job.
Despite being frozen and disoriented, he remains agile enough to evade the falling trees.
I will not be taken out by some wood. I will go down the way God intended, fighting against flying toilets in the freshwater wars of the 22nd century.
His content watch history may be questionable, but his resolve remains unbreakable.
What was I thinking buying a cabin in the middle of nowhere? I'm no survivalist. I'm a level 80 alchemist and I could totally use a nice strong potion right about now.
The protagonist passes one of the notes, meaning he is close to the crossroad.
What a disaster of a Christmas. Santa's presents sucked, I got duped by a hobo, and now I'm trying not to die to frickin' trees. What even is this place? I'm surrounded by only Joshes. What the fuck, man?
He successfully dodges a few more falling trees when he finally sees the cabin.
I made it! I actually made it!
Paranoid about the stranger, he checks the surroundings before entering the cabin.
Why is it so dark? I left the lights on purpose. Darkness is spooky.
The protagonist attempts to turn off the radio, which had mysteriously turned back on during his absence.
God, what is that noise?
He turns off the TV and rushes straight to the bedroom.
I need to heat up my toast before gangrene kicks in.
He lays down in his bed, hoping to wake up with the nightmare behind him.
Suck it, hypothermia. Thank you for helping my reindeer, Santa Josh. What? Okay, you need to calm down. I'm trying to get monetized here, you a-hole. Whatever, man.
He looks around the room and sees a bunch of presents under his Christmas tree.
It was Santa after all. And I helped him, cause I guess he didn't know basic first aid. I got a backpack. I can't wait to go on trips with it. Like, maybe to the grocery store or something. Wow, a chainsaw. I'm not sure what to do with it. Maybe I can return it and get some cash.
The protagonist admires his presents, knowing he personally had a hand in saving Christmas, even though he did it by accident and insulted Santa in the process.